In this video, I'll share 5 fully enclosed wallets, meaning there's no chance of stuff falling out accidentally at 5 drastically different price points. But first, why? You see, when I was in Jakarta in December, I had a 3-second scare when I pulled my wallet out and didn't see my credit card, then quickly realized it had slipped out. Thankfully slipped out in my pocket and not randomly on the street. But those few seconds of, oh no, got me thinking maybe, especially for travel, I should find a fully enclosed option. So kicking things off at the lowest priced end, we've got the Alpaca Zip Pouch Pro. It's got 2 zipper pockets as well as 3 narrow sleeves, and most surprising of all is just how much you can actually store inside. As you can see, we can easily get 3 cards into the front compartment, a whopping 10 additional cards on one side of the divider, and another 20 cash bills folded into the other side of the divider. And even then, it's still very slim for easy pocketability. In terms of secure features, right off the bat, it's made with an X-Pack outer, which is both tremendously tear and water resistant, all wrapped around an RFID blocking layer. But beyond that, especially for travel, it's got this exterior anchoring loop, so you can attach a keyring to it and secure it to a built-in key clip of your travel bag, or clip it to a lanyard to wear around your neck underneath your shirt. These, by the way, are a lot of the similar considerations that I had implemented into the Flight Fold, the indestructible passport wallet I've designed. With an RFID blocking layer wrapped in a 550D Cordura ballistic nylon for its tear and water resistance, the ability to store up to 3 passports, whether it's for parents traveling with kids, dual citizens, or notebook weirdos like me, and the landscape-oriented opening means that finally it'll fit boarding passes as well, all secured together with a YKK Smooth Glide zipper. And least importantly, swappable Velcro-backed patches to customize your look. The Flight Fold at the time of recording this video is currently on Kickstarter, and like everything else in this video, it's linked down in the description below. Moving on to a more elegant style, we've got the Bellroy Venture Card Pocket, here in their bronze leather colorway. A smaller footprint than the Alpaca piece, it really is a fantastic marriage of simplicity and thoughtful user experience. As you can see, the zipper only glides around half of it, which means even coins can be put inside with almost no fear of them falling out even while you're digging around. Each side of the interior features a thin and stretchy ripstop fabric which can store up to 6 cards on each side, or if you have less cards to carry, cards on one side and folded cash on the other. That central area, again, can store anything really, whether it's more cards, your cash, and even coins. Beyond that, behind the cards on the right side is an extra hidden pocket, great for, say, a backup cash bill if you don't typically use cash but want to have a Benji just in case, but also includes an elasticized bungee cord if you want to store a spare key. One potential downside, which might be a deal breaker for some folks however, is that this current version of the Venture Card Pocket is not lined with RFID protection. But moving on to an RFID blocking option, we've got the Bellroy Flip Case in this very slim and modern design language. I definitely don't think this is suitable for travel because of its more limited storage capacity, but for daily carry at home, this would fit the bill for me, since when I'm in Toronto, I need to carry 7 cards total, and this guy accommodates up to 8. It's got a super slim molded hard shell design, and yet, because it's wrapped in a layer of leather, still retains a soft organic hand feel. For full enclosure, it uses strong neodymium magnets to secure shut on both sides. The quick access side with this angled opening is the slimmer of the 2 compartments, and can either store a few folded cash bills or 2 of your most frequently used cards. The trapdoor with the straight opening can store up to 6 cards comfortably, and I gotta say, the magnetic resistance when opening is super satisfying, as is a confident snap closure. This is by far the most modern minimalist design from an aesthetic standpoint, but capacity might be an issue for you. Sliding over to the most traditional design, we've got the Bellroy Apex Note Sleeve. And when I say most traditional, I mean that it's a bifold with 2 rapid access slots for your most commonly used cards. A pull tab here to easily access an additional 8 less frequently used cards, and of course the currency sleeve to store cash. However, what makes this eligible for this video of being fully enclosed is that it uses molded leather to retain these slopes that enable it to have integrated magnets. And they of course snap shut. One thing I really appreciate is that because it's molded leather and not leather wrapped around a hard molded case, means that the whole thing, including the molded corner bumps, are squishable, so it doesn't feel like there's something rigid in your pocket, and therefore no uncomfortable pressure points against the leg while walking. Like most of the options we've looked at so far, it too is completely RFID protected, but what I appreciate most is that it's also the most efficient to use for those who need to carry a good number of cards and cash. What I mean is, depending on how frequently you need to use the contents of your wallet, The time it takes to open and close zippers, or even with the flip case, because the openings are half height, ease of access is a tiny bit less efficient. These might be non-issues for you, but for folks who need to constantly access different cards all the time, all those extra seconds can add up to a psychological annoyance of perceived extra work. With this Apex Note sleeve, however, not only is opening it up the fastest, the fact that it fully opens up just makes accessing everything easy. Cards, cash, nothing requires fiddling about to get into small spaces. This leads us to the last option, which is button closure, and oddly in the form of this Louis Vuitton business card holder. I received this as a gift this past Christmas from the client-side PM since I was in Jakarta working through Christmas, after I mentioned my 3-second scare of opening my wallet and not seeing my credit card in passing conversation. Super kind, thoughtful, and generous, but this thing goes against most of my internal decision-making tree when I'm looking at wallets. I mean, in general, my goal, and especially while traveling, is to not stick out, and few things stick out more than a monogrammed luxury brand plastered all over something. However, ignoring the brand, this does absolutely fit into the requirement of fully secured enclosure. And I've got to say, this LV envelope business card holder has some serious merit as an enclosed wallet in terms of its design decisions. First, like our previous traditional form factor option, it's super fast and efficient to open and access everything. Instead of zippers and digging around small spaces, it's one button which opens up to reveal 2 fast access card slots for your most frequently used cards, and another fast access slot on the other side. Great for my home turf use case of storing one folded backup cash bill. But because it's a business card holder, the main compartment is shockingly storage capable as well, despite being quite slim. As you can see, I've got 10 additional cards in here, or it can also store a ton of cash bills too. Of course, a quick search on Amazon shows tons of similar options at a fraction of the Louis Vuitton price. But looking back, we've got the rugged fabric zipper sleeve style, the elegant half-zip book style, we've got the minimalist modern super slim trapdoor style, the traditional magnetically anchored bifold style, and the button closure envelope style. All of these would eliminate the risk of money or cards accidentally falling out when not in use. By the way, if you love your current wallet, please share down in the comments so everyone can benefit from your experience of ownership and use. All that said, a wallet is just one part of an everyday carry kit, and if you want to see my complete EDC, you will definitely want to watch this video right up here. If you're feeling lucky though, this video down here is the one for you. I'll leave them both on screen for a few seconds so you can choose which one to watch next, but while you're deciding, consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you'll be notified the moment new videos just like this one drop.